This is Rick Rule for Rule Investment Media, sponsors of the Natural Resources Investment Symposium in Boca Raton, part of the ongoing CEO interview. I'm delighted to interview a friend of very long standing, Keith Neumeyer, CEO of First Majestic Silver. Keith, first of all, thanks for your ongoing support of the sponsorship and your effort on behalf of our listeners for many, many years.
Well, it's my pleasure, Rick, and we have a lot of shareholders in your network, and always love to communicate with them.
Let's go back to your history, Keith. Tell us something about how you first came into contact with us, your early successes in mineral exploration and development.
Geez, I thought we had limited time. Anyways,
well, do it quickly.
I met you for the first time, I think it was in 1991. I was in your office, Rick, in down in California, and showed you First Quantum at that time in my career, and it was a small little struggling copper company I was trying to finance, and it became one of the largest copper companies in the world, and something I look back on and learned a lot about, and built a pretty good network of investors, and made a lot of people millions and millions of dollars. So it was a great experience, and then took a bit of a hiatus. The dot-com bubble blew up in front of our eyes in 2000, 2001, and lost a little bit of money on that, but I was fortunate enough to have enough left to put First Majestic together, and focusing on silver. And I've been there for now 20 years, so it's been a while. Had crazy runs along the way, and but we've got a pretty good business as far as I'm concerned.
Let me quantify that first success at the risk of being overly promotional. A 65-cent financing that went to $100. That made me very fond of you, Keith. Let's move on now to First Majestic. Tell me what you've done, explain the assets to me, make the investment case. It seems to me that what you've done really is bought deposits that other people didn't understand or had languished for lack of funding, turned them around and made them into something. If I'm wrong, disabuse me. If I'm right, tell me what you've done.
Yeah, everything we've done hasn't always been right. We made mistakes along the way, but I think for the most part we've done pretty good. If you look at the stock or the capital we've raised compared to the capital we've spent, we've returned a lot of capital to shareholders, and we have over 5,000 employees, 3 producing mines. Our revenue last year was somewhere around $650 million. We've on a cash flow basis, we're doing okay. We did have a bit of a challenge in Nevada, which was a little bit of a hiccup, but Q2, Q3 is looking pretty good. I think we're going to end up the year on a pretty strong note with about 28 million silver equivalent ounces being produced, and cash flowing on a positive basis.
Again, zero start, 28 million ounces produced. That says a lot. Keith, tell me something we know about your past successes. Tell me what's going to happen in the next 12 to 18 months. What are the catalysts? What is it the First Majestic is trying to achieve that will cause the company to be worth more, and as a consequence, the shares to sell for more?
Yeah, well, as you know, Rick, you've been in this business for a long time. So, for the shares to go up in price, it takes many, many different things to happen at the same time. And, we're influenced by metal prices probably more than even our financial performance, which in itself is a little bit surprising. I think even most mining executives you talk to would probably say much the same thing. The mining sector, if you compare it to the metal price today, I was just told by my VP Corporate Development this morning that the mining sector is trading at 10-year lows compared to, if you compare it to where gold is trading, which is pretty shocking. A lot of companies, including First Majestic, were profitable, a lot of cash flow being generated, and investors are ignoring this sector. So first of all, sentiment has to change, and whether that's gold hitting new highs or silver moving, or I'm not sure what is the impetus behind that psychological change in the marketplace, but for sure that has to happen. And your conference goes a long way in bringing this to investors and this investment opportunity, because I do believe this is similar to 2002, 2003. We're seeing valuations similar to that, and even comparable to 08, 09. And these types of market dysfunctions where you see price not really doing what it should be doing, as far as I'm concerned, based on all the other fundamentals, this is a great opportunity for investors to take advantage of that. And On a corporate level, we're expanding production. So, we've got two fantastic mines in Mexico, the Santa Elena mine and the San Dimas mines. These are world-class Tier 1 assets, and we're expanding them today, and they will be producing more ounces. And of course, we're always trying ways to lower costs. And fortunately, inflation has rolled over a little bit. So we have seen some of our inflationary costs that were increasing over the last year or so now coming back, which is helping us.
Keith, finally, we like to have a living, breathing human being at a company to help our audience understand the company better. Who at the company should people contact, and how may they contact them? What's the contact information?
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Rick. Info@firstmajestic.com is, that goes right to our IR individual, our corporate development team, and I do get copies of that. Sometimes I reply to them myself, but info@firstmajestic.com. See us on Twitter, First Majestic, just simply on Twitter. I'm also available on Twitter, Keith Neumeyer. Check me out as well. I send the odd things out here and there, but we're easy to get a hold of. We have a 1-800 number as well. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but Todd Anthony, Mark Carruthers, go to our website.
Keith, thank you for 25 years of effort on behalf of mining investors. Thank you, too, for your ongoing support of our educational efforts, and in particular for your sponsorship and support of the Natural Resources Investment Symposium in Boca Raton. I look forward to hosting you there.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you as well, Rick. Thanks for your time.